Stop touching me.
I am very electrostatic magnetic.
Yeah, I noticed that. Hello, welcome to Curator brunch. It's 11 o'clock Tuesday. Today we are also without a curator, so then me will be curating today's day.
And me also. I will be a curator today.
Yeah. And this is Liz.
Hey, hello.
And this is Federico.
Welcome to Curator brunch. Today we are with Martí Manuel from Barcelona and with Donatella from France.
No, I am from Geneva.
From Geneva.
That's a big. it makes a big difference. But I have a very strong French accent. It's okay. I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind about this kind of thing.
From Geneva.
Geneva. Yeah.
Geneva. Sorry. Then yes, we are together here for talk about his work about curate exhibitions, curating exhibitions. Then I don't know. Can you tell us how are your method of work?
It's a difficult question because I don't know, but it depends on each project. But for me, one of the important things and one of the starting points is to rethink what we are doing and the formats that we are using. Why we install, why we produce exhibitions, why do we want to say something. So for me, first I need all these questions, like really, so there's a need for it or not, and this is one of the starting points. And then try to redefine the whole concept on what kind of experience or content or criticism are you offering, and who's the one receiving it. So these are like some of the main things behind curating, I think. At the same time, of course, you need some, and you want some really good artworks, because this is the core of all the language of the exhibition.
Do you sometimes start with artworks and then you imagine a show?
Yeah, of course.
Probably it's...
there are all these inputs outside, and you use all of them because they are part of your life. Sometimes you see an artwork and you know that this is something really strong, and you need this thing to be in a structure that ends in a sort of exhibition. Sometimes it's the other way around, that you are interested in some subjects, and suddenly you are finding these artworks that fits with the subject as well.
So, I am a curator, but I don't know anything about curating anything. And for you other people who don't know anything about curating also,
we will explain something. We don't know, but we will explain. We will explain. Don't
exactly.
worry.
I was studying art history.
Art history, okay.
And it was kind of depressing, as we know, art history ends before contemporary art. So we are not supposed to learn about contemporary art, and my field was contemporary art. I knew that I wanted to work in it. And supposedly it was everything really difficult, and there was no place for no one, and I decided to start. And I started my own sort of institution in my room. I was sharing an apartment with 2 other students, and for 5 years I was organizing exhibitions in my room. So it was my starting point
in Barcelona.
In Barcelona, and the idea was to mix a private space as an intimate space as your own room, as a public space, or idea of a public space as exhibition. So, and do it in a really formal way.
Okay.
It was super institutionalized. Like I was sending like press releases to the media. We had openings with 150 people for openings there, and
in your apartment.
In my apartment, yeah. So the other 2 ones were really happy with it.
You should have a
very big one.
It wasn't a bigger one. It was a regular apartment, but you know, it's an opening, it's fine. And this was the way to start, to say, okay, let's try to learn about the language of the exhibition. Let's try to learn what's the core here, because if you're in a small room, it's your room, you have no means, so you don't have a video projector, or you don't have an excellent sound system, you have your own sound system. So if you're working with a sound artist, then you have to negotiate and say, okay, look, I'm living here, let's do something together, and let's work on it. But we have some conditions. The first one is that I'm living here, so I have to be with your artwork or with your project for 1 month. So let's try to do something that I can be there. And it was an interesting process, really, to talk with the artists all the time, because there was some budget, but it was just my really small budget. So what I could offer was time and dialogue, and so we were preparing the exhibitions with a lot of time, really, but it was a tiny space. So I like this thing.
And we also have this hotline here. See, it's hot because it's cat skin. That's hot.
Oh,
Don't you think?
super hot. Don't be really hot.
Oh, yes, I know.
Then
So, can you please explain for me curator?
Curator. I think sounds like somebody is curating something, taking care of something. Then maybe the artist make some accidents, and they have some curations for them. What do you think?
Maybe. I'm not so sure, actually.
Well, I do feel like I'm a curator, but not like this 100% curator, and I couldn't do anything else. So, but curating is part of my activity, and it's also, as an independent curator, it's also always so different in every situation.
You know, in Swedish, a curator usually was like a school psychologist.
Oh, okay.
So you went to the school curator and they fixed all of your problems. Just like that.
Oh!
Fantastic.
Then you talk and talk and talk and talk and talk
Oh,
and
yes.
have therapies and yes, it's like that. I think so. Like as a psychologist, psychiatric, psychoanalyst.
Exactly. Like a therapist.
So what did I want to ask?
Yeah, I have curiosity. Then, do you think that a curator can be creative in his work?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Maybe this is what I was trying to describe. That is what I consider as creativity. As you say, is this being very flexible in a positive way, and create many different things, and also decide what you create, not work in categories.
But it's also very dangerous, because as a creative professional today, even sometimes you don't feel like, or sometimes you can hardly define where your boundaries are, because you work and it's so expanded, and of course you cross disciplines, you work in different fields, you manage yourself, you try to build your image, and sometimes, and especially if you have your studio, and your studio somehow coincidence or with your life, with your privacy, and you have something in your bed in your studio, so sometimes where's the boundary between working and non-working? This is a very serious issue. Artists have come up, or in general debates today are talking about this, but this creative labor in general, and the creative class that has raised on these developments. And how do you feel like, how are you doing, how do you divide between this is your work and this is not your work?
I mean, that's the debate, that's the issue that has informed the debate on precariousness as well. And as you say, like the creative class, how these lifestyles informed also economic developments, or have been like occupied, I wouldn't say, or taken to the economic sector as well. Of course, this is something that's very enjoyable on the one hand, that you don't divide. On the other hand, it can also be very stressful, but you feel that it's for your personality, that it's very enriching, that you're like always, whatever like kind of film you see or talk to friends or read something, write something, so that whatever you do is contributing to a bigger thing. Then it's also becoming very individual and creative and so on. So it's a very enjoyable lifestyle, I think. But of course you have to, especially when like economic pressure is part of it, or it's a result of it, or I don't know. Then it can also become very stressful. So that you feel you always have to work, you always have to do something, and there's nothing that or no situation where you can really feel that you don't think of anything or don't do anything. Just go to the woods and pick blueberries.
Interesting.
And so that's the origin of it all. But what does an art curator do then?
Art curators have many friends as an artist. Maybe they are like an artist. They become curators. Become curators because they want to show the works of other artists, his friends or something, and they organize events. Sometimes are big events, I think so. Sometimes are small events. Sometimes they have a retribution. Retribution? Do you understand?
I don't know that word at all.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes they get to pay for that work, you know. Yeah.
Sometimes they get more paid than the artists.
Oh my God!
Oh, scheiße.
This is the point. Interesting point. I like that.
You mentioned the word negotiation. Now I guess you don't organize a show in your flat anymore. Maybe yes.
No.
No, it's finished. But are you still negotiate?
Yeah, of course. But I'm negotiating with the artist or for the artists. You never know. So the first thing now, for example, working with institutions or for institutions, is to ask for a budget for the artists. And it's important for me. Like if I'm working with the artists and we are presenting the work of the artist, of course we have to pay them. There's no discussion for me about it. The discussion is the numbers, how much, and it depends on the institution, the possibilities. But then, of course, you have to be as a curator working and fighting for the rights of the artists because it's part of your job.
Sometimes they enjoy more than the artist, no?
Oh yes, I know.
Like
It's
as
so
a
bad.
social, I know. I like to be a curator right now. Drink some wines in the exhibitions. Sometimes. I don't know. I think so interesting. Then.
Would you someone to come home to you and curate your home?
Oh my God. My God.
Like
My
Maria Lind?
Hmm?
Could she come home to you and curate your home?
Oh, will be interesting.
Very.
With my paints. Interesting.
She will paint? What she will paint, you think?
I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. Somebody from Sweden?
Who from Sweden?
I don't know.
Oh, I know this perfect guy.
Which guy? Call him.
Should we call him?
Yeah, call him.
Absolutely. Let's call him.
Call him.
Okay, let me see. I wonder what his number is.
I have his number.
Ah, you
Who is-
have. Well, let me see what number you have. Ah, that's
Yeah,
perfect
yeah,
number.
yeah. He gave me the last time. Leave a message. Leave a message. Leave a message.
Oh yeah, hi, it's me. Oh please, can you please call me back? 070-935-3477. Yes. So please call me as soon as you hear this. This is very important, a big urgency. Okay, thank you. He was not at home.
Then, which are the worst curation that you are built?
Worse, the worst.
Yeah, for example.
Have you
like-
done some errors?
Like maybe you will say, oh, I will.
Avoid maybe to do that again.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course, there are many things. You make lots of mistakes all the time, and then it's also a question of what's to curate. If to curate is to make an exhibition or to do other stuff. As a curator, you're doing lots of stuff, or working with several formats that sometimes are exhibitions, sometimes not, and it's difficult to know when the line about curating or not curating ends. But for the last 2 years, I've been working for an art fair, for example, as a curator there, supposedly. So
Which art fair?
a new art fair in Madrid called JazzMat. It's an emerging art and galleries fair. The first edition had 20 galleries, the second one 14, the third one 60. It's fine, and it's going well, but I stopped working for them. And
Why?
why?
Can you explain?
Because it's times you have to stop sometimes. It's
Is
not-
it because it was linked with gallery, or it is more not?
No, it's
Not-
another. It's because maybe it's a context that it's not exactly mine. And the galleries are okay, and they know what they do, and they sell, and they have an objective, a goal, and it's transparent. To work with galleries is not a problem. The market itself, it's special, and an art fair, it's a super advanced construction that it's based on emotions. So being with 60 galleries there for 1 week, they are really crazy after these 5-7 days.
Yes.
But based in emotions are also in the economics.
Sorry?
Very much thinking about economic in art.
They have to sell. This is the thing. They are paying for being in an art fair, so they have to sell to get the money back first.
Yeah.
And but for an artist, I think it's the worst place to be.
Yes.
Because
Well, actually, artists shouldn't be in art fairs. It's
no,
not their job.
but you can see that they are there.
Oh yes. I see.
Because of course your work is there, you want to see, but then all the evaluation system is based not on the quality of or the capacity of your artworks, but if the only evaluation criteria is you are selling, you are not selling, and in the
That
main
is
cases,
that's another criteria.
exactly, and this is the criterion in an art fair. So you are good if you are selling. So it's the base thing for an artist to be there, because no one is going to watch or to try to get a contact with your artwork. They're there to buy or not to buy, and you decide in 2 seconds. So you've been working with an artwork for 6 months, and the time of attention to the artwork is 2 seconds.
He was curating something.
I think so too.
What is curating?
No, but he's not a curator.
Ah, he's an artist. Oh, sorry.
He's an artist.
I'm getting drunk.
You must stop drinking so much. It's bad for your health. Or otherwise you can share with me.
Sorry.
Mm.
I'm finished.
Very good. Here we have Darling.
Then what we can say about the curators more? I mean,
What kind of curators do you know?
I know curators, researching curators. Oh, they are interesting. You know, they have some focus in the exhibitions. I like that. This kind of curators, these have some concepts, clear concepts in the curator, in the curation, curation, and they choose the consequence artist for his concept. Then I think that kind of curator, I like it. Some curators with consequently curators. You understand?
I'm really sorry. I think I had a dick in my ear. I didn't catch the last part.
Don't think of anything or don't do anything. Just go to the woods and pick blueberries.
I try to say once again, but only once again. No, I can repeat again and again and again if you don't understand. Yeah, I will do it. That I like the kind of that kind of curators that they have some focus and they choose the correct artist for his concepts and research. You understand?
He chose the artist for himself.
Oh my God, this is a
He
problem.
chose the artist for the artist.
Oh my God, I am seeing now the problem. This is. What kind of curator do you like?
I don't know any curators.
And what kind of curator do you like to have?
You tell me. I don't know.
You're a curator right now.
No, I'm an artist.
You are a curator, you said in the beginning.
No. I have never ever claimed to be a curator.
This wine.
Oh, let me have some.
Yeah, sometimes that's just good to
Go to the woods and pick blueberries.
But recently I came up with the question, when is an artist not an artist? I think it's quite interesting to speculate about that you as an artist, of course you're always an artist, and somehow it points to that role that as a creative professional you cannot give up your role. And as on the other hand, if you work in a bank, you're a bankman, but then you also mother or you go home and continue your other work. But as an artist, I think this is somehow a very specific case that as you said before, we go out to the world and see and always get some impressions. Of course, it always informs my life. I mean, when I do artwork, it doesn't happen if I sit down at 9 in the morning, Monday 9 in the morning, but it happens anytime, and I cannot say when it happens.
Exactly.
And this is what makes an artist an artist.
It's also a very important point that you mentioned, like working for a bank or also working in the art field for an institution. Maybe that's also something that was, for me, was a very bit difficult to fulfill. Then you always represent this bank or this institution. But when you're an artist or when you're an independent curator or person, you only represent what you are interested in, your individual profile, and what you're working on, what you publish, what kind of artwork you're doing, what topics you're working on, what collaborators you choose for yourself. And as soon as you work in an institution, for an institution, there are a lot of dependencies coming, and then you have to play a role and you have to represent something. And this I would always find difficult.
Yeah.
I'm a sweating pig.
Yeah.
Then maybe we can do an ideological figure or curator. What do you think? I mean,
Just
artists need curators.
They need?
Yeah.
So I need a curator.
You need.
I am asking. I am an artist.
I am asking you as an artist. You will need a curator?
Why will I need a curator?
I don't know. The life is like that. If you are an artist, you have to be related with curators to have some exhibitions. You will need that.
I always exhibit in like big parties where there's like balloons and soap bubbles everywhere and champagne flowing. I don't need curators.
Okay, then we can continue the life without curators.
But when will I need a curator?
When?
Yeah.
Oh, when you become a successful artist.
You're funny. I like you.
More funny are you. Then, I don't know, maybe we can invite somebody who has some idea about curators. Donatella, you are welcome.
Yeah, you must come join her.
If somebody's curator here, can come and have some definition. She's Donatella.
Ah, yeah.
She will
Welcome,
explain
Donatella.
us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the...
Also, I will finish this. That's it, the last cup, okay?
You're like my drunk
I
mom.
hate drink. I drink.
You drink like my mother.
Vitamins? Vitamins?
Which topic are you interested? Which are you developing now or developed before, and you are confirmed with that?
At the moment, I've been, for a long time, I've been working on a topic of institutional conditions, and I published a book on that, and it was in 2006, and that seemed to be very interesting for institutions. So I'm always invited to lecture on this for many years now, and which of course is a great thing. But I also thought that I'm a little bit through with this topic. I thought for a while, but now I started to be interested again, because the conditions of working in institutions are changing dramatically at the moment, which of course is a very difficult and, as I said, dramatic thing serious thing for many institutions. But on the other hand, what is also interesting to think into the situation, or to take the situation as how should I put it? Or to use the situation to rethink institutional settings in a different direction, and to think in a more utopian way, and to start with this idea, okay, if it's becoming more and more difficult and restrictive, so then just skip all these dependencies and just do something, try to do something very as independent as possible, which of course always means with very few resources. And but how can you?
Okay, then.
So what was the question?
When will I need a curator?
If
Why?
the artist needs.
You are a curator, and you are an artist, no?
That's the
So
question.
you need a curator in order to have some colleague.
Exactly.
Everybody needs colleagues and peers. That would be my answer. In order to get some competition, and if you want some job, you define a category of workers called curators. So you need colleagues.
Okay, I have the pill.
I have the alcohol.
Okay, then have you an experience as a curator?
Now, historically, I could say, but maybe I'm not very precise, that the curating appeared very recently in the 20th century. So it's like maybe in the 50s, I would say 60s, with some people like Harald Zeman, that it become a profession, that you can do a life of that. Because before you had like people taking care of museum, for example, but they were more taking care of a collection. And then to organize a show is something maybe different, as to just take care of a collection. So some people are very qualified and can at the same time take care of collection plus being able to organize nice shows. Some not. So you can separate these two functions and then create a function that is only about organizing show. Organizing show, and also write books or write articles and being able to speak about them. That would be first answer. So you prefer to work with institutions or with schools or with inventing? I had a question about your novel project. Did you? I come back, but it still remains stuck in my mind.
Still.
Did you choose to write a novel because in the thematic of the show you are addressing a narration.
Yeah.
Is it that?
That, and also because I like also the way a reader reads a novel. So a reader can spend a lot of time reading a novel, and it's not a problem at all. You can spend a whole summer reading a book, but to spend 3 hours in an exhibition, oh my God, it's not accepted. So to deal with time and with narrative using a format as a novel, and I thought that it was interesting, and also.
You are having some risk, like
Of course.
as curator.
Yeah, because
I like that.
you're first of all, I know that I'm taking a role that it's not mine, that is the writer.
I own a huge collection of paintings I made,
Yes.
and I'm going to have a show. So which curator should I have? The organizing curator or the show business curator?
I don't know. Do you need someone to help you to hang your stuff?
Maybe I will probably need some
technician?
assistant.
A curator is also a technician. A technician is in taking care of money. It's like running a business, raising money. Sometimes we are not all millionaires, so sometimes you need money from outside.
Yeah, I think there is many levels as curators. There is curators for small galleries, curators for famous galleries, and curators for museums. No, and this curator that makes exhibitions, itinerary exhibitions, then that kind of curators are the famous. I think so. No, that they are around and they have international exhibitions. Then.
If you want, you can consider that nowadays a curator is someone maybe that have or should have a point of view or what is interesting nowadays, and put some pieces of art together that have some kind of even not common thematic, because that's not very interesting, but some kind of it's interest to be put together. That would be the function of curator, bringing together pieces that will have some interest.
And I don't know if I'm answering your question.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you see there is any
I have to answer that.
big corruption in the curators part? Like when, I don't know, any corrupted part as
Yeah, we are in a world, the art world, that it's really weird because we are not used and we don't want, or we are not supposed to talk about money, for example. So you are accepting jobs, not knowing how much are you going to be paid. And but I'm not sure if corruption is the word. Corruption for me, if we term under curatorial terms, would be to do stuff that you really don't want, or to accept too much other inputs than the ones that you are supposed to take. So to curators to take decisions. If you can't take all those decisions, then you have a problem because you are not curating.
I see someone here in the space named Andreas that could have also something to say about curators.
Yes, we can invite to
the set. Andreas, would you like to come?
Andreas. Do you want to say something about curators? Or you want to try my pill?
Here,
to
come.
be so sexual.
You can have a seat here.
Yeah.
Well, I want you beside me.
Of course.
Maybe I will.
First go.
Fucking queers.
Hello, Andres. Then, what do you think about curators? Do you have any contact with curators?
Sometimes I had with some curators, different, but for me they all the same.
All the same. Interesting.
Yes, they are.
Why?
I don't know. It's like they have some kind of complot, not something like they go together and then they go out and believe that people will see the truth that they are like a gang.
Do you think that all my friends are very similar to me as curators friends.
Are you a curator?
Yeah, no, I am a curator.
Ah,
Look
you
at
are-
my jacket, curator jacket.
Yeah, I thought you were a pimp.
Come, little.
She comes. You want to sit there? Not with the curator pimp? No, just kidding. That wasn't nice.
Do you want my clothes?
Chào sống tối, chào long time.
I am super happy. Tita po. Anderna.
So, so we have Zorro as a pilot. Huh?
Zorro?
Yeah.
I know, he was talking
How do you know
about
my
something
name?
interesting. You will like.
Yeah,
What?
it's like an aura. It's running around your name. But back to Curator.
Yeah, come back.
He's a first time. I'd say the second time. Otherwise, it's very old. It's it was a girl, and
His first experience, sorry. You have to pay attention because you don't have any experience, but he will try to explain us his first experience.
With a curator.
Yeah, with a curator. You have to
Okay.
to listen.
yeah, it was a girl.
What's a girl?
What's a girl? A girl. And I'm a guy, by the way. Someone would think something else. I mean, we have some girl, boy. Sorry. Yeah. But
I have my own kind.
are your
I am.
own kind of animal, like a cat with 2 teeth and 3 genital
Tails?
tails.
Mhm.
No, genitals.
So funny, mister!
You think so? No,
Of
thanks.
course.
Yeah, I'm a funny guy. But yeah, it was a girl, and I had done some paintings. You know, it's different colors, small paintings like this, small, and then we had small, and we had 15 small paintings, different colors. And then the curator came into the gallery. It was my own gallery. It was at my own place.
In your
Yeah.
in your house.
Yeah, in Paris. And
Nice.
she came home to me and said, hello. Yes, it was a good first contact. I felt like this is a nice girl. I can, trust her. Because someone who says hello is, something a human being, not alien. That's because I don't know the exact feeling. I met thousands of people, but no aliens. So if an alien come and said, but she was a curator. She said in the next word, hello, I'm a curator. I'm a no word, so curator, hello. And you fucking
Oh, did you get this from yesterday? From the TV shop?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
smells pretty
It's
good.
beautiful drinks.
Oh, yes.
Can I get some?
For you.
Yeah, cool.
Impertinent, like unrespectful. But it's not.
Yeah.
It's really not. And then when you know a bit about contemporary art or whatever. So we will try to get one of these low, heritage of this low. So how is a nut?
You can go outside the
Okay.
but side. Sorry. Yeah, he can't listen that because
He's a big guy.
but I want that he can be in my gallery. Then he can listen that, the bad part. No.
True.
Wait. He's in my gallery.
What do you like to read?
What I like to read? Many things.
Oh, see. Yes. Our next program is Tony Chef. Then I will invite you to have some Tony Chef session in the kitchen, and
Kitchen
now,
is good.
yeah, kitchen is very good. And now I have to curate this beautiful artist that I met here. And thank you for don't tell him the bad part. You
Yeah,
know?
but
Thank you.
remember, if you tell something about me, about this story, I will in the kitchen.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.